Two teams here that came into the NFL together back in 1995, and off we go between the Jags and the Panthers. Jakeem Grant now to return. And now running right through it. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Second down, Vic. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi able to get in and bury him well behind the line for a loss of 17. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Cam Chancellor in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And he's able to get it out of there. Taken right around the 44. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Come on, let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Open space inside the 10. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9.
Let's go. Pain 38. Pain 38.
Out of the gun, McNabb. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. From the gun, here's McNabb. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Will Fuller, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Vick goes play action. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
A first down throw coming for Vick. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
secondary now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. From the gun, Vick. And it'll be intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Second down, McNabb. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's McNabb. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Carolina. Will Fuller, 89 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive. Early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, Vic again. Screen play, Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Vic. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Vic operating on 1st down. And Reed with it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Vic to the air again. This will be caught at about the 6. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
When Tony Gonzalez makes catches, sometimes I feel bad, like it's almost routine. And that's really not what the deal is. This is a guy who has to work his way open on every play because he's such a featured guy. But he's also a guy that throughout his career, there's a little bit of a loyalty and a soft spot for Kansas City, his first team. When he went to Atlanta, did you know he kept his mouthpiece from Kansas City, which was kind of that yellow that goes in the Kansas City uniform? Not in the Atlanta uniform, but he kept wearing it because he remembered the good times he had in KC.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd and short. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing, Vic. Buying time to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Andre Reed in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Jaguars are back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Final play of the 1st half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. McNabb to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. DeForest Buckner. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to second and 4. Now a second down throw for Vick. He cannot get away. Down goes Vick. William Hayes in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Play action now. Vick escapes the sack. And pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They will indeed go for it. Vick dancing to his left. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his As most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90!
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jimmy Graham, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. No yardage to be found.
Here's Michael Vick being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Gonzalez. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Vick will look to throw on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First down, Vick. And caught it up. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.